Hey guys, and welcome to the Bullet My Valentine Guitar Lesson Library. Today we're going to be doing Don't Need You from the 2018 album Gravity. As always, it's worth mentioning that you guys might want to have my cover open, maybe in a separate window, so you can reference what I'm doing here and see how it's played up to speed. So the first thing that I'll take you through is the tuning for this one. It's a drop B tuning, okay? So low to high, that's B, G flat, B, E, A flat, B flat. So get yourselves in tune and let's get to it. So as always, we're going to break the song down into sections. We'll start with the intro. For your guitars left and right, that looks something like this. So I just want to preface this by mentioning the little playthrough that Matt and Padge did on YouTube quite a while back now. And you'll see that Matt and Padge are pretty much playing that rhythm two different ways, okay? So you've got Matt who's doing it all on a down pick. And then you've got Padge who's adding a little bit more of a human element to it by alternate picking it, right? Now, for me personally, and I'm a much stronger down picker than I am alternate picker, but even for me on this one, trying to get this tight on a down pick has proven to be just absolutely impossible. So what I would say to you guys is sort of like go with where your strengths are on this one. I find to get the feel of this rhythm section, it is kind of best to do the alternate pick on this one. But again, that's me, and like I said, that's coming from a guy who prefers to downpick a lot of stuff when possible. But for this one, you'll see in my cover, I found it to be absolutely impossible. So it is entirely up to you what you guys want to do on this one. But for today's lesson, I'm going to be showing you how I play it, which is the way Padge plays it. That's with more of an alternate picked rhythm. So here we go. It looks something like this. So what you want to do is you just want to kind of get that bounce. That's going to be the key to getting the song down, right? And I'm making sure all my accents there, where I'm making the 6th string pop out, I'm just making sure they're all on an up pick, like that. So making sure that there's a very tight palm mute before you come in back up on your accents. Okay, so that's how you're going to start the riff. On that last one, you're going to accent the 1st fret on the 6th string, okay, rather than going back to the open, so it's... Okay, then we repeat for another 2, and then what you've got is this. Okay, this little sort of tail on the end of it, that is going to be a 1st fret power chord, 6th and 5th string, okay? Then you're going to go to the open. Then you've got B flat. So that's frets 1 and 3 on the 5th and 4th string. So you got followed by another open. Then you've got your 3rd fret power chord on the 6th and 5th string. And then you're going to do a C5 power chord. Okay, right underneath frets 3 and 5 on the 5th and 4th string. Okay, so that's... Okay, all together. Then what's going to happen is you're going to repeat it again, but you're going to finish on the B flat 5 power chord right there. So that would be... So that takes us through into verse number 1, where the left and the right guitars do split off just for a brief moment. We'll take care of the left guitar first, and then we'll cover the right one. So the left is going to look something like this. So breaking that down, it's going to be more sort of chugs on your open 6th string. And that's going to be the first part, okay? And you will need to use alternate picking in this one, for sure. That's your first part. Then what's going to happen is you're going to come up to the 12th fret. You could find these notes maybe lower down on the 5th string, but just from listening to the track, it sounds like he's using the thicker strings here, okay? So you've got 12 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so... Okay, then what's going to happen is you're going to repeat the first part again. And you're going to finish it with the exact same tail from the intro. Okay, those power chords down the bottom. Okay, so that is... Then what happens is you're going to play it exactly the same way again, but you're going to finish the tail section early, okay? So the tail would look more like that, okay? So that second section would be... And that's where you're going to finish it right there, okay? And that's it for your verse section. The right guitar is doing exactly the same thing. You're going to stop in all the same places, but rather than the 12 and 10 notes at the top of the neck, where he does those 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4s, you're going to do them down at 7 and 8 instead, so it would look like this. That is your right guitar, nothing too difficult there, just pick which one you want to do, whether it's the 12 to 10 or the 8 to 7, and that is it for verse number 1. So moving over into the pre-chorus, the left and the right guitar are sort of split off here, as the right guitar is going to be doing some power chord jabs, but we'll take care of the left guitar first. This is very much just a stripped down version of what we've just been playing. It looks something like this. So that's a very simple section right there. Rather than carrying on the rhythms, you're just going to be stopping them early. And then you've got your tail. And we repeat. So just make sure you guys are using really good left and right hand damping there to sort of like stop the strings dead. You'll notice that I like to stop it down with my left hand down the bottom sort of end of the neck, not only because I'm playing the tail down there, but it's less harmonically rich. You know, if you stop the strings around this sort of mid area of the neck, things start ringing out, okay? And yes, I'm using my right hand as well. So it's a combination of both. My right hand goes down on the strings and my left hand as well. Make sure you guys are gated in your signal chain as well. That'll save you a world of trouble if you've got a good noise gate, so you're able to really keep things quiet where you need them to be. The right guitar is going to be doing exactly the same thing, but it's got these power chords happening in between, okay? So that would look like this. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing, it's just every other, you're going to be filling in that dead space with these two power chords. Okay, so you've got a D5 power chord, you go down to a C5 power chord, and then you go up to a D sharp or an E flat power chord if you like. Okay? So that's... And that is your pre-chorus number 1.